Kay. I'm a poet and a writer, and on this channel I do reactions to K-pop videos, specifically lyric reactions and breakdowns. So HYBE recently, like last week, released a 4-part documentary about their new girl group, Sserafim, and I'd vaguely been like, I liked Fearless when it came out. Like I'd heard it, I liked it a lot, and I just vaguely followed the scandal. And so they've been promoting as a 5-member group, but they debuted as a 6-member group just back in May. Like this is all super recent. Started off as a 6-member group promoting that way, and then the bullying scandal with one of the members was revealed and there's an investigation, and so then they were promoting as a 5-member group. And so like I watched them on the HYBE field day, and that was the first time I was really like interested in the members, got to know the members a bit. And then when this documentary came out, I decided to go ahead and watch it. They take bullying scandals really seriously in Korea. Like I remember, because in Kingdom, Hyunjin wasn't allowed to perform with the boys because he had a bullying scandal investigation going on. And I guess for him it turned out that like it wasn't that he was bullying this other person, it was that he had an enemy, and so they had been like equally nasty to each other is what the investigation found, so he's still in the group. But I think in Hyunjin's case also, he had at that point a history of being in the group. The group was established, he was well known, well liked with the fans. In this case, for Kim Garam or Garam, I'm not actually sure how you pronounce that name. It looks like Garam to me, but I think it's Garam. She was in a brand new group in a company with a pretty squeaky clean reputation, to be honest. Like HYBE still has a pretty spotless record in terms of like just like bullying scandals or just people being nice in general. Like especially like BTS puts on a front of being very kind, polite individuals, and so having that image for the company, and then this group being very new, I'm sure that if they found even just the slightest hint that it was even remotely valid accusation, that she wouldn't stand a chance in a brand new group. They just kicked her out. It makes sense if they found anything, even if it was pretty minor, whereas like in Hyunjin's case, I'm sure even if they had found something, as long as it wasn't egregious, they probably were always going to have him come back into the group. Starting in a brand new group, it was probably just in the company's best interest not to continue including her, which is probably unfortunate for her, but I don't know how bad everything was. I wasn't following that closely. I just know that she was accused of being a bully in school. So, but what was really interesting, you guys, was the way the documentary just like didn't mention her. Like, you guys, she's in the music video. She's in a whole bunch of their early promotional stuff. Like you can see her all the time, and yet they just like no mention. Like you could even, the way they like cut scenes. They even mentioned another member who had initially was going to debut with the group and then was cut before the debut. But they had like scenes where you like could see her hand on the other girl's hips, and she was just cut out, just like didn't mention her. It was almost to the point where it was kind of awkward, where you're just like, all of this backstory and they're almost like rewriting their history without her, rather than just acknowledge that like, yeah, there was another member and she's no longer with the group. Like it was very weird. It was so awkward, but it was slightly fascinating at the same. Like they literally like cut scenes, like they cropped shots so that she wasn't in anything. She's probably even in the background. You can like see when people are standing, like it's probably her back shows up at some point, and like they just not a word. It was so strange. But it was an interesting documentary. I'm really interested, like all the girls I really like, and I never looked at Fearless before, so I thought I'm getting into them. I'm interested. I'm fascinated is what happened. I got really fascinated by how they just like, nope, she never existed. She was never part of the group. And it's like, okay, HYBE, that's super awkward and super obvious that you're doing that. And I thought they were gonna then release another music video with her cut out. She's still in the music video, you guys. There's still 6 members in the group, but the one is no longer here. I don't know. I thought it was all quite fascinating. I just, yes, I'm sure this has happened like other times. It's just like now that I'm paying attention that this is in a company that like I've gotten to know a bit better. Yeah. Anyway, I thought I'd do Seraphim's Fearless today and look at the lyrics, and yeah, when the group was 6 members, I'm still interested to see if they'll put out another version of this, but it is kind of funny that they just like, nope, she's not there. Like I literally can watch her. I don't know why they did that. Anyway, here we go. Let's just jump on in. Okay, before we get into the chorus, let's just go through all of their lines. I like the beat of this song. Like, this is one of those songs that just like immediately did get caught in my head. I want to reach the top. I like that this is kind of the story of them because most of them were industry professionals of one type or another. Like two of them were, one of them was a J idol, one was a K-pop idol, one was a ballerina in like the Russian ballet. So cool. And then I think only like a couple of them were then trainees, but so cool. I felt my answer. Surging through my veins, the new wave. My overwhelming passion. Don't care about those past troubles, you all know, huh? And I like that as a debut group. Like, these are older girls. These are girls with experience, for the most part. I know that Yeonchae is really young still. I'm fearless, a new bitch, new crazy. I like this image. I like this like tough girl image. Climbing up, next one. Okay, let's go back through. I really like that part though. What you looking at? I think that became like a craze. Lots of people were doing that dance, but oh, so much fun. So step on it, highway, highway. This song is about, they're at like a stage in their lives where they had careers or were trying to have careers and it didn't go the way they want, and they're like, what I want is that like ultimate, I want what BTS has. That's why I joined HYBE, let's be honest. They want that big fame. Like, they all have that kind of crazy, to get that amazing ending, to be that famous, to do so well, which then with the way things kind of took a little hiccup was probably pretty devastating. If my scars are part of me, oh, I got no fear, no fear. And then what you looking at, what you looking at. So much fun. That's what that's the part that gets stuck in your head, okay? That's the part that immediately, first time I watched this, I was like, oh, okay, new girl group, but that what you looking at, I was like, that's in my head for a long time now. And then I'm fearless. And I like that. It's a cool debut song, honestly. I really liked it. And then you should get away. Like, I'm a little dangerous. I like that. Get away. So you don't get hurt. Get hurt. And then, I'm fearless. I have to say, I do like that they kind of, I very much feel like they were brought in to be like the girl version of what TXT basically is. It's nice to get to see the kind of how HYBE has developed their style of dance and performance and their sound, to see that now in girl version. Now that they've sort of, you know, they built the idea with BTS and BTS's styles and really then kind of took a new group and kind of worked with it with Tomorrow by Together, and now they've got a girl group that they're kind of doing the same kind of thing, and you know, in practice with ENHYPEN as well, kind of figuring out what like the HYBE sound and style really was, but then the separation of the identities of these groups and now doing it in girl style, I think is really cool. You still have that feeling where you're just like, you could differentiate, this group is not from one of the other companies, like it feels that way, and I think it's kind of cool. Like the dance style, you're very much like, this feels like a HYBE style now, like that style that they've been going for, and the sound feels more HYBE-ish. And I don't know if this is just me, like, I don't know if that's something like everyone feels like, but to me it really, I like that this is something that now we get to see like the different flavors of that. Telling me to hide my desire, that's weird. Acting like I'm humble, that's done. Like I'm not settling for less than the best anymore. Bring me forever win. #1 on my chest. I'm not gonna settle for second best anymore. The world groveling under my feet. Like I want that big fame. I want to be known everywhere. Take the world, break it down, break it down. So no more losing. Got ready my payback. Like I'm ready. You're gonna feel the burn when I step on the stage. Bring it to me now. Like I'm ready for this. I'm ready for my moment. And I like how she runs out here to like setting off all of the sparks. It's very like action movie. They're like glam action movie kind of feeling here. Well, you can see even more like the glam action movie. Like everyone's wearing boots, okay? They got clunky stompers on and these like gorgeous little party night little black dresses. Like I like that mix of styles. I like, and I think like groups like Blackpink do this kind of thing really well too, where it's like it's super femme and also I could kick your ass. And I like that style. I like it more than like super femme or super cutesy girly, or when they're trying to be like super conservative on the other side of that. Like I like that you can have it all basically. You can have both sides. You can be super femme, super girly and still look dangerous, still look powerful. And I like that you can do that by slapping on some boots, okay? I love boots and dresses. I think it's a great look. The other thing that could be a great look that we could all bring back around maybe is ponytails. I think ponytails look good on everyone. There's so many of the songs with these girls. And I know having the long hair is super pretty and they're like, but if you wore it in a ponytail, you wouldn't have to flip it out of your face. That's all I'm saying. Okay, carry on. So cool. Oh, is there more? Oh, there's a little ending bit, like the "Do you think I'm fragile?" But yep, that's it. I like it a lot. I really like that song and I'm interested to see more. I even though the music video like strongly the voice of the member who's missing is there, when they've promoted without her, you don't really miss her voice. I think they've done a really good job of just becoming a 5-member group, and I think 5 is a really balanced number. A lot of times it's like, you know, you get to a certain number of people in a group and like it's too many, okay? But 5 is a really nice balance. You can still have those nice formations with like the center person and then the wings. I like it. I think it's very powerful. It's a good beginning and I think it would be interesting to see what else they put out. I'm hoping that the documentary was like a launch pad for some new music videos, but we'll see what else the Sserafim shows. Like I hope that they do well. I hope that they kind of achieve the dream that clearly these girls have really been working hard for, but that didn't really like launch in the way that I think everyone expected this past year. Let me know down below what you think of the group and what you think of the song. And did you watch the documentary and were you also like super weirded out the way they just like fully cropped her out? No mention. It was so weird in the shots where you like fully see her hand there. You're like, she's in this dance shot and yet you've cropped it just right so she's like not showing. I just think it's interesting. It's funny. They probably like painted her out. Now you can do that. Like she's probably like front and center in some of those shots and they just painted her out because you can now. So weird. Anyway, that's all from me today. I post videos on Tuesdays, Thursdays, and Saturdays, probably going down to Tuesdays and Thursdays after October. So that will be happening. But yeah, leave a like and subscribe, and I'll talk to you soon. Bye!